Hey guys, Tex here. Posting one more stock trading video. I am sorry, I know most of you are not here for this sort of content. The only reason I'm sharing this last video with you is because today is the first day I traded with real money. Let me first say thank you to everyone who read my post and sent your well wishes for my father. It's obviously been an incredibly difficult time for me and my family. We've been dealing with a lot, so thank you to you guys and to everyone for your support. I've just been trying to continue on with my stock trading career, if you will, here. Again, today is the first day I traded with real money. I've been trading with paper money for the past month, keeping a detailed journal of my progress. So basically, what we're going to do is I'm looking for an entry here on DGAS. It's a natural gas ETF. You can see it's in a current pullback right now, so I'm waiting for a confirmation of this this pullback reversal, if you will. Waiting for it to start climbing back up. You can see the pullback before dropped down to around $26.70, and then it climbed back up to $27. So I'm looking to get in somewhere around $26.75 with a profit target just over $27. The high of day I marked at $27.20. But my realistic profit target is going to be around $27.05, just over the whole dollar, which the whole dollar tends to be a psychological barrier where people tend to take profits, and sometimes stocks struggle to break over the whole dollar. And you can see that confirmed on the last pullback. It came down and then it went up and hit around $27, just over $27, and then it came back down on the current pullback we're in. So I'm looking here for this confirmation, and it's looking good. Current price is at $26.79, and I'm looking here, probably going to get an entry order in. There it is. I put my order in for $26.77 for 100 shares, keeping it nice and small, low risk, and we just got filled. So we are now in. You can see the unrealized there currently in the red. But I'm not going to sweat it too much because, again, I know that 26.65 is clear support that I marked on the chart. So if the price were to start falling and it breaks that support level, then we get out. We take our loss. Otherwise, we're looking to stay in this and ride it up to about 27.05 or so. So we're looking for roughly a 2-to-1 profit to loss ratio here. Just a small gain. Now, talking about my account, I just, again, I bought 100 shares for two reasons. The first reason I mentioned, just keeping it nice and small, low risk. You know, by taking small share size, you're not risking, that much money. The other reason is because I simply don't have that much money in my account right now. You can see up at the top, my equity is at $3,048. And at $26.77 a share, pretty much used almost all my equity just to buy those 100 shares. So what I did is, this is actually a Roth IRA account. I have another Roth IRA, and I decided to open a second Roth IRA at this brokerage firm because they have really good commissions, and they also give you settlement margin. So I took just a few $1,000s from my Roth IRA, my main Roth IRA, and transferred it into this new account that I could day trade and swing trade, just actively trade with. Now, the settlement margin is a big benefit because when you open a brokerage account, you can open a margin account, which basically you can almost you borrow money from your broker, so you can trade. You can trade with more money than you actually have in your account, if you will. However, you're not allowed to do that with a Roth IRA or any IRA that I know of. But they can give you settlement margin. So basically, an IRA is considered a cash account for trading purposes. So I bought these 100 shares, and when I sell these 100 shares, I would have to wait like 2 or 3 days for the funds to settle before I could trade with that money again. But with settlement margin, as soon as I sell these shares, even though the funds aren't settled, the brokerage firm allows me to continue trading with my full equity amount of $3,048. So that's clearly a big benefit because I can day trade this and not have to wait several days for funds to settle. However, Because the brokerage is here in the US, I am still bound by the PDT rule because clearly I don't have $25,000 in my account. My previous trading videos, paper trading videos, I was using SureTrader, which is basically what we're looking at here. It's the Dash Trader Pro platform. But SureTrader is a brokerage firm in the Bahamas, and the reason I was considering them is because it is an offshore brokerage firm, so I would not have to worry about the PDT rule. However, I couldn't bring myself to open an account there for a couple of reasons. First of all, their commissions are absurdly high. Second of all, being an offshore firm, it just creates all kinds of complications with the IRS and your taxes and whatnot. And you just don't have the same security on your money that you do with a firm here in the US. So with that being said, I am obviously restricted by the PDT rule. I can only have 3-day trades in a 5-day rolling period, I think it is. So I do have to be, cognizant of that. But it's not too big of a deal. I think if anything, it's probably going to be a good thing because it's going to force me to really be super picky about what trades I take. And only take the absolute best setups. And since I didn't want to risk too much of my, my IRA, I only put a few $1,000s in here. It's not a lot of money to work with, so it's very important to be picky with your trades. I was monitoring the market this morning. It was super volatile. As you may know, the SPY dropped quite a bit, but yeah, I just couldn't bring myself to actually trade anything. I just didn't feel comfortable about any of the setups. So I just was patient and I waited for something to come to me, something I'm familiar with, which is a pullback pattern here. This isn't the best, actually. I mean, it's sort of consolidating after a drive up this morning up to 2720 of the high of day, but it was predictable, and I felt comfortable about it. And I think that's the most important thing. So anyways, I'm just marking one thing. I'm using TC2000 still for my charting software, just for a month here. I got like a month subscription for dirt cheap, but I'm going to cancel it after the month just because it costs money, and I'm actually sort of experiencing some latency issues with it, but I really like it. You can see I clearly marked the 2662 support level as my stop, 2701 as my profit target, and 2720 is the high of day mark there. And I think I'm going to add another line here, a white line at my entry price at 2677. So that's like super convenient because you can clearly see by doing that on the chart where your entry was, where your stop is, and where your profit target is. So but yeah, like I said, I'm using TC2000 for the time being, but because it does cost money, I'm probably just going to go back to using a Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade's platform because it is totally free, at least until I'm actually making money trading, and then maybe I can get a better platform. For my brokerage execution platform, I am using Dash Trader Pro. That does cost a pretty penny per month, but if you're going to spend money on something, it's your trading platform. You need a really good high-frequency trading platform for accuracy, when it comes to day trading, especially since a lot of the type of trading that I'm going to be doing is like scalping, so super fast in and out type stuff. And you just need a platform that is capable of doing that. So anyways, yeah, beyond that, I'll post a picture at the end of the video of my setup here in the office so you can see all of my monitors, and I'll talk about all of that in a bit. So what I'm doing right now is I'm watching level 2. On the left side you can see the bids. People want to buy the stock, how many shares they want. On the right, in the middle, is the price they want to pay, and then on the right side is the ask, people who want to sell. So of course in the middle is the price they want to sell it for and how many shares they want. You have to remember the share size is divided by 10, so if you see a 5 up at the top of the bid now, that's actually 500 shares, and so on. So basically add 2 zeros to whatever number you're seeing there. And while level 2 is very important, you want to be monitoring the the bid and the ask, what people are putting up. You also want to be looking at the time in sales, which is to the right of level 2, and that is actually what tells you what happened. People can put a bid out or an ask out and take it down, and so the only way you know what the transactions that actually occurred is by watching the time and sales. So you're sort of, you're bouncing back and forth between monitoring the chart, monitoring level 2 for the bid and the ask, the current price of the stock up on level 1, and time and sales. So just watching here, you can see that there's a lot of, it's really the buyers and the sellers both stepping up to the plate right now. It's like 19,900 shares on the ask there at $27. And that confirms the resistance that I marked there at around $27. So there's a 12,200 share sitting on the bid for $26.98. So we're getting pretty close to my profit target here. And there's $27 just come across, a big string of $27 on time and sales. So the price is actually up to $27.02. You can see I have it set at $27.05 and my mouse is over the sell button. So I'm going to try and anticipate the pop up to $27.05. I'll put my order in here in just a minute. Watching time and sales, level 2. There's $27.02 on the top of the bid, $27.01. Watching also time and sales again, there's $27.03 coming across. Okay, I put my order in for $27.05, anticipating a quick pop up to $27.05 here. And there it is. We just got filled on a quick pop up to $27.06 actually. So all in all, very, I would say, successful trade, very small gain. Considering we were only working with 100 shares, I'm super happy that we came out with $28 in realized profits. You can see up at the top of the trading platform there. Commissions are shown at $2, and I think SEC fees or something, you can't see that. So that gives us a net profit of $25.93 on our first trade with real money. So I couldn't be happier about that, considering we were only trading 100 shares. That's a pretty good profit to take in. And I think I would just call that for the day, because being the first trade with real money, I don't want to be greedy. But again, considering I was only working with a little over $3,000 in equity, I was only able to buy 100 shares, and that's really about probably all I'd want to buy anyway. So by just limiting my risk and not trying to go big and then blow up your account and do something stupid like that. So yeah, so anyways, I'll pop up the picture here. If you guys are interested, you can see my setup. I actually have a 30, I think it's a 31-inch monitor in the center, and on the right side of that monitor I have my Dash Trader Pro platform, where I actually execute my trades. On the left side I have the two charts, and that is basically the window that you're seeing in the video capture. What you're not seeing in the video capture, but you can see in the picture here. On the left monitor, I have some extra charts for other stocks that I'm monitoring. And then on the right monitor, I have all of my scanners, using Trade Ideas for that. Really fantastic platform that cost a whole bunch of money, but without it, it makes finding trades and all kinds of opportunities very, very difficult. So that will clearly be extremely valuable throughout my trading career. So, and then lastly, here's my cheat sheet. You can see my hotkeys that I set up for my trading platform, and probably more important is the risk sheet. So, really great for on-the-fly decision making on how much account risk I want to risk, and then tells me basically how many shares I can take based on the price movement of the stock. Alright, so anyways guys, that wraps up the video. Again, I promise I won't be posting any other videos. I appreciate you watching if you made it this far, and I hope you're all doing really well. I will see you very soon in my Titan documentary. Until then, take care guys.